corner.
Oh, so amazing.
Ugh. I am so tired, but it is such a good kind of tired, I don't even mind. Ugh. Hi, pretty girl. How you doing, sweet girl? Sisters, don't you embarrass me. She said, don't you embarrass yourself in front of me. Don't you do it. I'm a pretty girl. I love you so much. Can I kiss you? Oh, she love a girl. She's so sweet and smart. Probably said, I don't know if you're a little baby. Good girl. Alright. Hi. Welcome to my tube. My tiny little tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka empath. I just like having these little talks on about how do I say it? It's been so long since I've done one of these little talks on how I feel about things. It's been many days. Many days. Oh, the drunkard junkie's back. Junkie drunkards? Drunky junkards? Junkies be junkies and drunks be drunks. You can't ever you can't be surprised when they do stupid shit. You can't ever let it throw you. You just gotta expect it when people live those lifestyles. I get home today and he freaking had his buddy. Now this woman that like drives this silver Honda that that comes over, and he has him just park in the driveway. So I'll be like, one morning I had things to do and I couldn't leave for an hour because I can't talk to it because we'll get in an argument. So I have to call his mommy, and then mommy has to come say, hey, don't be a little douche, little hito. No. But so I got home today and there's cars in the driveway, and so I'm like, toot toot. What? Okay, it's not moving again? Toot toot! Because the way I look at it is, I pay fucking $1,200 a month to live here, and you don't, bitch. That little bitch don't pay nothing. He's mommy's little baby, 42 years old, and mommy has to pick him up to take him to his parole officer. Fucking Christ, this is New Mexico, man. What's it like where you live? You got little hitos where you live too? You got people that enable scumbags? They never have to work. They never have to fight. All they do is cause problems, dude. And I knew that he's a Sagittarius. His birthday's September 29th. Same day as my wicked step monster, the one that used to feed me liver milkshakes. Yeah. Same thing. So I knew, and I saw him this morning. There was a road construction sign, one of those big orange triangular signs. And he's just a little, like, 5'0" little shit stain, right? He's just this little, right? And so he goes over, he picks up this sign, and he takes it, and he tries to throw it, like, in the creek. And he got, like, 6 inches on the edge of the road. I was like, you almost got it, Hito! You almost got it! So he didn't like that I honked at his friend that was blocking the driveway, so he flips me off, right? That's how he acts. He just flips me off because he inconvenienced me. That's how dillholes behave. I've seen it my whole life, man. I'm an asshole magnet. And that's the thing. That is the best part about having such a jerk for a brother like I have, is because I am versed in dealing with dickheads. I can handle a dickhead any day of the week. And then I can just turn into a bigger dickhead. So then they just leave me alone after that. But this little shit stain, man, he's gonna end up back in jail. Or worse. He talks about how he's an outlaw. He doesn't have a driver's license. He's on freaking like probation and all that, and he has 2 cars that he drives around from here to Cuesta and stuff like that. And it's like, karma is a very real thing. So, yep, Yep, it'll be interesting. He's the stick boy. That's what we call him. If you ever drive up to the John Dunn Bridge, my neighbor's the stick boy. If you went the back way, you'd see. So, but lots of interesting, exciting things have been going on. I don't want to dwell too much on that negative shit. I just like talking about the little shit stain. Because New Mexico's full of them. Cracks me up. So it's been busy. I'm making friends. You know, the things that I visioned 5 years ago are starting to pan out. It's really starting to happen for old Marjo. Things are really starting to turn around for old Marjo. I'm making friends. This was kind of a cool thing. I got to help with the catering at the Robert Plant and Alison Krauss concert on Saturday night. I wasn't planning on doing it, and then it just kind of opened up that I did. And it was like, I didn't care about the concert. I saw Robert Plant with Jimmy Page back in 94, 95, when Blind Melon opened up for him right before that Shannon dude died, the lead singer of Blind Melon. So, and they had like the San Jose Orchestra, and they played Kashmir, and I mean, it was like, oh, you know. That was really cool, but, you know, he's like, 147 now, and I ain't into watching, you know, I think, just be done. You know, I was talking to one of the security guards, I'm like, you know, I'm not into freaking people that sell their soul, and he's talked about selling his soul, and he has no problem with it, and that's who he's still working for. He's still working, you know, he's like, what? He's like 78, he's like in his 70s at least, and he's just, you know, gotta live for that ego, gotta ease God out until your last breath, you know, gotta live for, just do all those things that you want to do, and it was on the new moon, too, in Gemini, and, but it was pretty fun, and then my friend who was doing she was catering the event, so she did breakfast, lunch, and dinner for all the backstage crew and stuff like that. And then she had her food truck out with the other food trucks, so they hit that, too. So she was, like, in high demand that day, and, I mean, this is after, a crazy week of doing changes in other areas. It was just a marathon week, so I'm just, wow. I'm just wow right now. And, that was pretty cool. And I went down to get more supplies because he only played for an hour and a half, you know. He's got to go take his Geritol and freaking, you know, retire, man, retire, you know. I don't think any boomer should be working if you want to practice law, go teach, you know, people how to study and learn law. There's all kinds of other things. It's this whole paradigm from this patriarchy is like dying, and it's going away. It's such a trip, man. It's such a trip to see things that I'm like, just hang on. But I've been in such a holding pattern for 6 years, you know. Just imagining what it would be like to make friends and have an active life again, and now it's kind of starting to happen. I met another really nice lady today, and we worked together with putting up those big old sail awning things. And I said, you know, I said it's just so nice to work with like-minded people. You know it? And she said, you know, I'm looking for my tribe. I said, I have been for 6 years. I said, I've been trying real hard to make friends for 6 years. Since 2016, 17. And I knew, because I listened to so many astrology reports, it's just like, nope, almost, but not quite. Nope, almost, but not quite. Nope. And I'm just like, I can't do this alone. And that's one of my karmic lessons in this life. Is exactly that. Is because I came in this life with the attitude that I can do this all by myself. I'm going to do it all by myself. I don't need no help. I'm not here to make friends. I just want to get through this, you know? And God, universe, good orderly direction said, you know what, Marge? That's not what life is about. You got to have a little fun in life. You got to help other people along the way. And a lot of people didn't get that memo, didn't get that message. My brother did not get that message. He's in Europe right now. Traveling around Europe with his family, the one that counts. Yeah, I sent my sister-in-law a message the other day. I'm going to have a big old birthday party. Anybody that sees this, you're all invited. It's going to be April 9th, 2024, or somewhere around that time, because that's when I'm going to be 50, halfway to a honey. I made it. I never thought I'd live to see 30, and I'm going to be almost 50s. I'm going to be 50 this next year. So I'm going to have I'm going to have my friend with the food truck come out. I'm going to feed the first 500 people. Yep. So I would love it if people who watch my YouTube channel came out to Taos, New Mexico in April and help me celebrate, because now's the good stuff. I've been struggling for 6 years. I've been trying to be tried and true. I've been trying to stay positive. It hasn't been easy, and I'm on the other side of it. I'm on the other side. Thank God. So I think I would love to hug my earth angel, Annie Fragide, and Carl, and DM, and give them some good food and hang out, and that would be so. And Ahmad, open the borders, come on down from Canada, buddy. I'll wear my green shoes that you got me for my birthday a couple years ago, Because this is what I did to stay sane. And I know a lot of times I appeared to be unsane, but to me, sanity is when people hurt people, cause harm, mental, physical, emotional distress. That's crazy to me. To me, that's crazy. When they want to hinder and not help people. And there's a lot of crazy where I live in New Mexico. There's so many drunks and junkies and stuff. But the positive part is that with this next chapter that's coming, because what was I listening to today? I haven't been listening to a lot of astrology because I've been working so much. Pisces, Saturn is retrograding in Pisces. That's what's happening. So there's a lot of truth that's going to be revealed. I've been talking about it's going to happen. I really don't give a crap about anything on any, entertainment stage. As far as sports or entertainment, stuff like that. I do see, Robert Phoenix was talking about that today. Or no, not him. It was somebody else. Who was that? Good girl, Luna. But I did read that the Golden Globes got sold, and that they're ending with the whole foreign press thing. It's because it's all crap. You can't have so many people that just need basic things, man. And you can't go, there ain't no city, county, state organization that you could go to and be like, hey, I need to get off the street, or no. There's rehabs and stuff like that, but with all the people and all the organizations and all the offices across all the lands, society should not have the cracks as wide as they are. And so what we're seeing is they didn't do the work. They didn't answer phones. They didn't respond to emails. They watched YouTube videos. They watched Netflix. They came in at 10 and then went to lunch at noon and then took 2-hour lunches, and they didn't do the work. And then COVID happened, and then they really didn't do the work. And then so either when people were supposed to re-emerge after COVID, you're supposed to go within. Everyone was supposed to go within and get in touch with their spirit, that heart space, and learn how to come and show up in every situation from that heart space. They didn't do it. People got more egoic. So what we're seeing right now is a collective wave of bullshit, and it's going to get worse because as the temperatures rise, I'm so blessed where we live, Ma. God put us in a really good place. You know it? Because it's like mid 80s here, you know? Maybe it'll see 90 kind of thing. But, I mean, we are blessed just with where the cottonwood trees are. Because, like, I mean, the way the trailer sits, it doesn't, where we lived before, it hit one side, so it cooked the tin can half the day, and then it would cook the tin can the other half of the day. This way, it's shaped, or it's faced from east to west, so it just kind of passes over the top, and then we got all this shading from the trees. It don't get hot in here. It hasn't got hot in here, so for that I'm truly grateful, you know. I've been. See what a difference just one person can make. Just making a friend that thinks like me halfway, and then is completely opposite the rest of the half. I freaking dig it, man. It's fun. It's fun. And even if you know, oh, I bought a, even if it's work, it doesn't even seem work when you're in pleasant company, you know what I mean? And I went out today because my weed whacker is little. I got a little Black & Decker, so I upgraded. And I went to one place the selection where I live, man, amenities are hard. It's like hard to get shit. So like they didn't have any at Tractor Supply, so I went to the Southside Ace, and they had one, or they had two, but one was like $350. I'm like, I ain't freaking spending that on a weed whacker. It was almost painful spending $250 on one. I did it. Because I use it a lot. And so I treated myself, and I spent $259 on a weed whacker. I got you something too, Ma. And hold on. Okay. My traded thoughts derailing. I really like this song, though. Mother Earth by the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. You have it? Here. Nitty Gritty Dirt. Here, listen to this. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Is it too loud? There, Mom can listen to the Nitty Gritty Dirt. So, I made some friends with the security guards. I get snarky when I get under pressure, like stress. Like I try to keep calm because I can get snarky, and then when people try to keep me from doing what I want to do because my requests are not unreasonable and they're not beyond the confines of, you know, what is the expectation of the situation. And so when people keep me from doing stuff, it's like something trips in me. Trips my trigger. And so I got a little snarky with a couple of the female security guards, and I was able to go back later and make an amends. So that was cool. I got to make an amends and tell them that, you know, I was wrong and that I'm not trying to act like a jerk. I get stressed out, you know, and crowds of people. I don't like being around crowds. So I was able to give them a couple of cookies. I made friends with another guy that was working in the event, and I almost said his name. I don't want to say his name. Big old dude, man. Big old dude. Kind of guy you like. It's good to know guys like that, because he is a big man. I should have asked him how tall he was, because I was like, I feel like I'm as big as you sometimes, you know? And, but I gave him some cookies, and he gave me some sweet nugs. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And mom's been in a real good mood. Mom's been in, I sometimes, like, because it's been a long time since I've been busy. And, and so the last few days, it's been like, I'm back and forth. I'm back and forth. Like, I go into town, I'm going into town like 3 times. Like in the morning, then I come home and let the dogs out, and then I go in the afternoon, I come home and let the dogs out, and then I'll come home in the evening. And, but she's perfectly content, and she's happy, and we started doing mouthwash, and she's getting like cognitive function back. It's a trip. It's a trip. How much dental has so. God, people would be so much less crazy if they just take care of their teeth. Like the significance of oral hygiene, because there's so much psychic energy that comes out in your teeth. Like, you ever like get really mad? I discovered this in the last couple years, that when I lose my shit, essentially, like throw tantrums, like I get overloaded, I don't know what I do, and I can't find my faith. And then I've done it ever since I was a little girl. I learned not to touch things, because when I touch things when I'm angry, they break. And I definitely don't touch people or animals, because my energy, when I am in that frequency, I don't touch nothing when I'm mad. Nope. I learned that the hard way. I've had experiences that have verified it, that, and then so there's been a few times over the last couple years that I've gotten really angry, and the next day I feel like I'm hungover. I'm emotionally hungover because because everything is just thrown out of orbit, and then I have a bad taste in my mouth. And I think that bad oral hygiene is also attributed to like how people think, the things that they think, their thought processes is right there. It's connected. I mean, everything's woo-woo, folks. They just changed the freaking rules. Hey, Kev, man. Hi, Ahmad. Yeah, I try to work on my posture. Oh, thanks, Kev, man. I think of that too. I think I say that a lot. That I'm only small in stature. Is that everything else about me is grandiose, not to be confused with Grandy Gross. I've done other talks on that. So I understand the need for the part that's happening next. I'm just not looking forward to it. I'm just not really looking forward to it. I really am not. And I'm not looking forward to having to, like, keep my ass grounded. But I was talking to my Earth Angel today, and we were talking about, because I don't have Earth in my chart. And sometimes you don't get to be around nature directly, because there's a lot of people that live in cities, and what I found out is that's when I call my Virgos, that I've come to rely on earth signs for their grounding, because I don't have any, and other people can do that. Is, to me, what alchemy is. That's what alchemy is matching my shadow aspects with other people's light aspects, and vice versa, so that I'm happy most of the time. Oh, you did break a bone in your foot. I've been wondering about that. I was wondering about that. Because at the end of a talk one day, I was like, I think I started to say something, but I already in. You have had a couple, yeah, and I'm gonna call you soon, Kev. It's on my list, and I always wait for the right time, I just, like that. I almost called him the other day, and then I didn't have his number. I was like, I'm gonna call him, and I thought I had his number, and I went through all the emails and stuff that because we correspond a little bit through email, and then I was like, well, shit, I thought no, and I have all the threads, so a lot of people are going through it. I've broken a lot of bones in my feet, and that's why my feet are bad now. I fell 25 feet out of a tree and landed with my foot at a 45-degree angle. Here, I'll go like this. I landed like this. I landed like that, and it didn't break. But I shredded the tendon, and then until that was like 89. All my friends, they took me to the ER, and then they got kicked out because we were having too much fun. When you get hurt, you gotta be serious. Whatever, you gotta raise your vibrational frequencies. That's when the healing begins. So, whatever. That's the same hospital that fucked Mom up too. So, fuck you, RMC, Reading Medical Center. Suck a D. Anyway, so it's from 89 until 2005. So 89, 99. So 16 years I would roll my ankle at least once a year to the point that it would pop out and I'd have to pop it back in. And so I got bone spurs. I got, because I never went to the doctor. Did you say I have angels, Mom? Did you just say I have angels? Huh? Did you just say I have angels? You did? You're a sweet lady. She said you have angels. Yes, I do. I've had angels knock me off electric fences on like 76-acre ranches. Yeah, I picked myself up. I've had angels save me from drowning in Whiskeytown Lake. Mom and her boyfriend, I was going under. Like I was, and mom was like, "Stop screwing around, Margie. That's not funny." And it was like, I was on bank, and then I took a step, and it was just gone. There was nothing under me, so I just went down, and I didn't know how to swim. I was like 6. I was like 6, 5 or 6, and then I kept going, and I was like flailing around, and I kept going down farther, and then mom's boyfriend jumped in and grabbed me, and he freaking was like freaking shaking me around and stuff, getting all the water out. I was like, and then they put me in swim lessons, and then I was in swim and then now that's when Grandma, every summer I had swim lessons after that until I was like 13 or something. That's what you do. That's why those summer programs exist. They're babysitters for people that work. You never had that anyway. But yeah, I know what it's like to have bad feet, man. It freaking sucks. But those ionic foot soaks help a lot. They really, 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 really help. Yeah. I had a half cast on when I did this to my ankle when I fell out of the tree, and it lasted 3 days. I'm like, I'll just walk it off, but I didn't realize the damage that was done. Other people, more important people that weren't me would have had surgery on it and stuff, but no, just walk it off. Fuck it. I'll be all right. Yeah. I tried it. Oh, there's this guy that I follow. He's my age. Like, we're right at the same age. And I don't know what discipline he does with his kicks and stuff like that. I don't know. But I watch his Let's see here. I gotta find it because I gotta share people because it's agility. That's what people don't get, man. The older you get, if you don't keep moving your body, I see people walking down the street all the time and they're just like plastic people. They're just like, you know, you gotta move. Okay, he's one of my subscriptions. Ugh. I have degenerative arthritis in my spine, so it's been important that I've because it hurts. If you don't, it hurts. So I don't know if Robert Phoenix got my email because I haven't heard back from him yet. But that was a darn good letter that I wrote to him. I think he would if he saw it. But he's busy. He's got his mom now, so he's adjusting. His mom moved. He moved his mom out from California, from the Bay Area, to live with him in the toilet state of Texas. And I say that just because it literally is the shape of the profile of a toilet. How come I'm the only one that says this? Look at Texas. It's the shape of a toilet. It's fucking hilarious, dude. It's so funny. So this guy, it's Kung Fu. This guy. Yep, kicks. There it is. Shai Fu Yu Yan Lei. This guy. This guy. Cause of him. Cause of him. Ugh. Up over my foot. Ugh. Up over my head. See, I'm trying to stay in contention so when I see my little niece, I can plant seeds. Don't get soft like your dad. Get hard like Aunt Marge. You know. Don't get fluffy like your father. Given the opportunity, I'd say things like, I'm all the fun your dad's not. Like, they'd come hang out with me, and they would be like, you guys are not related. It would be funny. Our story, my brother and I, and like our whole story is a story for the times. It really is. I mean, it's pretty freaking amazing. Like the brother and sister feud. I didn't invite him to my birthday party. I only invited my sister or in-law and the girls. Cause I don't care if he goes. If he does, cause that's the where I'm at with my life. The point I'm at in my life in regard to him is he doesn't have any sisters anymore. I'm not his sister no more because he's not my brother. He got me, tricked me. He's been tricking me my whole life, and that last one on Mom's birthday, he got me good, but he ain't gonna get me again. I ain't falling for it. You know, and that's why I asked my sister-in-law if she'd come out for my birthday, because now, since I've seen my niece the last time, they came to Oregon one time, and I wasn't allowed to go because was 14 years sober and then drank again, and I had stopped, but my brothers did not think that I had enough time of sobriety to be around his daughters, so I didn't get to go hang out. And then from that time until now, they've been to Central America 3 times and Europe twice, and they haven't come to see me and Mom once. And it's getting harder not to get angry about it, because that is my kryptonite, is to be discluded. But I got really good at it though, so it doesn't hurt as bad. So I guess I don't have any kryptonite because I can take that shit too. My weakness. You know, and he's never shown up for me. Yeah, he ain't never been there for me. Yep. And that's just how he is, and it has nothing to do with the decency of me. It's just the lack thereof of him. Or maybe he only has a little bit and he can only spread it around to 3 people in Sacramento. And he don't got so much that he can't spread it. He can't spread that around farther than the county line. Excuse me a moment. Don't really want to snot all over the YouTube talk. I'm okay with it. See, I'm okay with it. This is the stuff that people have to process so they don't get mad. I'm so mad at him. I hate him. I want to ruin his life. No, I just leave him be. Because that's what he wants from me. I leave him be. So, but my nieces, though, I think I'd be a pretty positive influence in their lives. One of them, she's 15. She's turning 15 tomorrow. Yeah, I wonder what part of the Europe they're in. And I've known her since she was I've been buying her Shopkins for her birthday since she was 5. And I tried to text her and stuff for a couple years after she got her own iPhone when she was 12, and I don't like having one-sided conversations, so I just stop. Eventually, sometimes I'll have them for a few years, but it's like, Marge, you know, they are not thinking about you, because if they were, they'd message back. And I'm sending pictures and just more stuff to let go. Just more stuff to let go, you know. But I bless it and I release, and hopefully if ever anybody else needs some guidance and help on how to learn how to bless and release stuff that, you know, can just, you know, it's justifiable anger, but people like me, I can't allow myself justifiable anger. I can't allow myself any. Because I don't want to be like them. I don't want to be like everybody else. Anyway. I think that was a pretty good talk. What about you, Ma? Are we done? Let me look more in the... Yeah, are you talking to Kevman? Ahmad, you were playing football on a league when you first started seeing my... Oh my God, I have bruises all over me. I got to work. It feels good to work. I don't know why people don't like working. I don't understand that. In New Mexico, people, their effort is put in so they can do things so they don't have to work. It is bizarre. Yet, the group behind, like the 18, like the 15 to the 20-year-old group, they really want to work. They really do. No, they're really ambitious. I got my first job when I was 15. I feel like I have placements in my chart that are more in line with the generation. Like Robert just said today, was talking about generation A, Alpha is coming up. So, God, Mom. So you're a boomer. Boomers stay home. Right, Ma? Say it. No, Ma, you don't have to say it if you don't want to. Boomer. Because you came from the baby boom era. So we call you boomers. There are boomers still in D.C. Boomers stay home. I said that today. This cat, Ace Hardware, I was like, boomers stay home. And the kid's like, it's a young kid. Boomers, stay home. He was just, you know. Yes, you did good. You did good. You milked the system. You hung on to that patriarchy. You did it as like, okay, we got new ideas and better ways to live on the planet now. So, boomers stay home. God bless you. Hey, you want to do something? Teach some of these 15, 16, 17-year-old kids your trades, you know? Lawyers? I think people, I told Nora the other day that she should practice law. Like not practice, like study law. Like just read law books. Because the society fucks with her too, you know? And if you know the laws, just come back with it and just be like, get off my job. Because you don't have to pass the bar to know what's right. You know? You don't have to. You could be educated in a lot of areas, and I'm telling these young people that I think college is a waste of time, and that there's like I would be glad to show to find people to have, you know, auto class shop. People want to do things, they just don't have the means. I would have loved to be able to, you know, to have it's all happening all so fast. It is. And that's when I have to remind myself to be where my hands are. Just be right here. Don't get too far up there. There's no God up there. He is definitely not back there in the past. No, God is only in the present moment. That is the gift of life. It's what I got.